Drop a like and do share. Leave your comments and do not forget to subscribe for more videos.
Thank you for watching Edupedia World videos. In this video, we'll be learning about the strategic formulation. Goals indicate what a business unit wants to achieve. Strategy is the game plan for getting there. So goals are basically the objectives where your business wants to be in, say, next 5 or 10 years. But the roadmap to get there is the strategy. Every business must design a strategy for achieving its goal, consisting of a marketing strategy and a compatible technological strategy and sourcing strategy. So these are the three elements that should be a part of your strategy. Let us see Porter's generic strategies. Michael Porter has proposed three generic strategies that provide a good starting point for strategic thinking. These are overall cost leadership, differentiation, and focus. The cost leadership is where a company sets out to become the low-cost producer in its industry. For example, Tata Nano. Tata Nano is the low-cost car in the car industry, and that's why Tata Nano in the form of cost leadership is the part of the marketing strategy of Tata. The sources of cost advantages can vary from industry to industry, but they are generally same and can be broadly classified into three categories. They may include the pursuit of economies of scale. That means in the available machinery and the available plant capacity, you need to get maximum output. Then proprietary technology, then preferential access to raw materials and the other factors. A low-cost producer must find and exploit all the sources of cost advantage. If a company can achieve and sustain overall cost leadership, then it will be an above average performer in its industry. Then comes the differentiation. In a differentiation strategy, a company seeks to be unique in its industry along with some dimensions that are widely valued by the buyers. It selects one or more attributes that many customers for that particular industry will perceive as important and uniquely positions itself to meet those needs. Then comes the focus. The generic strategy of focus rests on the choice of a narrow competitive scope within an industry. Here, the company selects a segment or a group of segments in the industry and tailors its strategy according to them. The focus strategy has two variants. In cost focus, a company seeks a cost advantage in its target segment, while in differentiation focus, a company seeks differentiation in its target segment. We'll be seeing these in the next slides. Let us see first the overall cost leadership. Companies work to achieve the lowest production and distribution cost so that their prices can be lower than the competitors and then they can win market share. The cost leader in any market gains competitive advantage from being able to produce product at the lowest cost. To achieve success by using this strategy, the company has to be cost leader. Some ways to obtain these low cost includes unique access to sources of low cost materials, outsourcing efficient manufacturing and avoiding supplementary costs. Usually low-cost companies adopt these principles for all of their activities and departments. A low-cost producer usually finds and exploits all the sources of cost advantage, including selling a standard or no-frill product. Take for an example Walmart. Walmart stores have been successful using this strategy of everyday low price to attract the customers. The idea of everyday low price is always to offer products at a cheaper rate than the competitors on a consistent basis. They do not rely on number of sales, but they rely on the prices. Walmart is able to achieve this due to large scale and efficient supply chain. They source product from cheap domestic suppliers and from low wages for foreign countries like China or Philippines. This allows the company to sell their items at a lower price and profit off the margins at a high volume. Let us see now differentiation. The business concentrates on achieving superior performance in an important customer benefit area that is valued by a large part of the market. The company seeks quality leadership. For example, they must make products with best components, put them together expertly, inspect them carefully, and effectively communicate their quality. The communication of the quality is also an important factor here. A differentiation strategy focuses on designing a product or a service with unique qualities that the customer perceive as being better than the products of the competitor. This also allows companies to desensitize or subdue the effect of high prices and to focus on those features which generate the value. This leads to a higher price as creating a competitive advantage requires additional cost, which the company will hope to recover through higher prices. Additionally, producers need to get the segment markets in order to target goods and service for each specific segment. Then they can generate a higher price than the average of the competitors. There is a drawback also to this strategy that these unique features will eventually be copied by the competitors and they can bring the same product, same service but under a new or a different brand name with same features, same product quality but at a lower price. For example, Rolls-Royce, the differentiation strategy with the Rolls-Royce is this that they provide exceptionally good quality cars and their prices are also high. Now comes the focus strategy. The business focuses on one or more narrow market segments, gets to know them intimately and pursues either cost leadership or differentiation within that particular target segment. Finally, the focus strategy applies to a narrow segment that is concentrated neither on cost advantage nor on differentiation particularly, but it can be a mix of both these two. Usually companies using this strategy have a reduced size or because they are also known as niche market. They focus all of their resources and efforts on a narrow and well-defined segment of market and have the advantage of a high degree of customer loyalty because there is a narrow competitive scope, no competition. They can therefore pass higher cost to their customers because close substitute products or service are less likely to exist. Disadvantages are also there that these small specialized niche markets may disappear over longer term, and it is also possible that some broad market cost leader companies they will start copying your product and adopting your product and they will bring ultimately a cheaper product or cheaper alternative to your product. For example, GoPro, which was particularly known for an action camera used by sport enthusiasts. Now MI has also launched its action camera and it is slowly and gradually eating the market share of GoPro. Let us see about the strategic alliance. Porter draws a distinction between operational effectiveness and strategy. Competitors can quickly copy the operationally effective products or service of a company using benchmarking and other tools, thus diminishing the advantage of operational effectiveness. But to copy your strategy would be difficult for the competitors. Many strategic alliances take the form of marketing alliance. These are majorly classified into four categories. First is the product or service alliance. One company licenses another to produce its product or two companies jointly market the complementary product or a new product. For example, the credit card industry is a complicated combination of cards that are jointly marketed by banks such as Bank of America, credit card companies such as Visa. In service alliance, again, the companies like Jet Airways and ICICI, they have come together to provide a particular credit card for traveling. If you talk about ICICI Bank, India's largest private sector bank, and Vodafone, India's one of the largest telecom service providers, they have announced a strategic alliance to launch a unique mobile money transfer and payment service known as M-Pesa. The M-Pesa is the trademark of Vodafone. The promotional alliance is where one company agrees to carry a promotion for another company's product or service. For example, McDonald's advertisement shows the freebies of Kung Fu Panda 2. Here the McDonald's is attracting youngsters through these figures and the company that is DreamWorks that is making the Kung Fu Panda 2 was getting their film promoted and it's very easy to understand what we are learning about here. Then comes the logistic alliance. One company offers logistical services for another company's product. For example, GoJava's delivery service company has the customers as Healthcart, Paytm, Jabong, Hindustan Unilever and other prime companies. And here the GoJava and these particular companies, they are into strategic alliance in the form of logistic alliance. In the strategic alliance, last is pricing collaboration. One or more companies join in a special pricing collaboration. For example, Uber and Hilton. Their statement is, or their tagline is, riding together in a new partnership. Whenever you are checking in Hilton and you need cab services, Uber will be giving you certain discounts. That is it for this video. In the next video, we'll be learning about program formulation and implementation, and then feedback and control. So I will see you in the next video. Thank you.